Congrats to the winners. The big theory for the primetime games this weekend came through. Again, thank you to everyone who supports the Patreon. It pays for itself many times over, most weeks of the NFL season. We had a very good week one. Week two was all right, like I told people to be cautious. There were four things I really liked this week, and that was all three home teams winning in primetime for Sunday and the two Monday night games, and I'll explain why. And I also liked the Giants a lot this week for the same reason I liked them last week, to upset the Titans. But look at this, you guys. The last primetime game of the week is the Eagles defeating the Vikings. And recall that in Super Bowl 52, the Eagles won in the Vikings Stadium in Minnesota. And recall in Gematria, Minnesota equals 52. Well, by all three home teams winning this weekend, home teams became 5-2 in primetime. And these are the types of things we keep track of year after year because they're paying tribute to the NFL history in ritualistic fashion, which you'll only fully understand if you pay attention to the numbers and records and stats, and also know Gematria, which explains what the numbers mean. Like, again, how Minnesota equals 52. They hosted Super Bowl 52, and the Eagles became, or I should say the Eagles made home teams this year 5-2 on primetime. So that was the Bills defeating the Titans and the Eagles defeating the Vikings and also the Packers defeating the Bears. And I predicted the Packers would cover the spread and win by 27. They did cover the spread, so that's all that mattered. They didn't win by 27. Instead, they won with 27 points. And the reason I thought that number would be key is because it's the 103rd NFL season. Remember, Rodgers and State Farm both equal 103. 103 is the 27th prime number. The other year when Bart Starr died, it was 103 days before the Packers opened the season against the Bears, and the Packers won that game 10-3. And last night, the Packers got their 103rd regular season win over the Bears, their first win of the 103rd NFL season. Of course, Chicago's the original home of the National Football League. That's why the only two teams that are 103 years old are the Bears and the Cardinals. Cardinals are originally from Chicago. But anyhow, you learn the script. You see through a lot of the games. It's not a perfect practice, but again, most weeks we come out well ahead. And, you know, Bill Belichick got his 322nd career win, that infamous number with Yale Skull and Bones. American football credited to Walter Camp at Yale Skull and Bones. But Mike Tomlin's full name, 322. Again, Giants gave Rule his 25th loss this week. Last week they gave Vrabel his 25th loss. Remember, Giants equals 25. It plays well in baseball, plays well in the NFL. The Giants won Super Bowl 25. Learn Gematria. Rivera got his 83rd loss as a coach this week in Detroit on the 83rd Meridian, where, again, Detroit, Michigan equals 83, and so does Michael Jackson. And if you missed my work on him moonwalking in 83 for the first time in Detroit, Motown, and what they did with the moon mission announced on his birthday this year, you better go back and check that out. But anyway, from news to sports, you learn Gematria. You'll be way ahead of the curve. Congrats to the winners. Thank you to everyone who supports the Patreon. The link is in the description. It's only $5 a month for life-changing information. Until next time.